Where's the fair use?
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 And where's the fair use?
Where's the fair use?
Where's the fair use?
Oh, man. You know, you guys may have been wondering why I am doing this video. Essentially, I'm doing this video on the side of reactors, but also because, quite frankly, I am a YouTube creator, or a YouTube content creator. Anyway, instead of using my usual introduction, I figured I'm gonna do a little different, and considering the topic of it, I am gonna go and use, you know, my initial or my main channel. So without further ado, how you doing, guys? This is Eli21486 of Tarico Productions, and this time I am going to be talking about where the fair use. Now, where the fair use, or in what a lot of people know as WTFU, is essentially a campaign created by Doug Walker of Nostalgia Critic, of channel Awesome, who also plays as the Nostalgia Critic. Anyway, just to be honest, if you guys have not watched my videos, which I'll be very sad if you guys didn't, but if you watched my previous videos, you would know that this is actually my third channel. My first channel, Eli21486, has been around since, I would like to say, about 2006, and then my other channel, which is Eddie21486, has been around since 2011 or so. So I have been on YouTube for a while, and like everybody else, I have gotten content ID strikes. Sorry, claims, not strikes. Lucky for me, I have not gotten one strike on this channel, and on 21486, a lot of my claims are from Hasbro. There are a few exceptions here and there, but most of them is from Hasbro, just because right now my main content is My Little Pony, and of course My Little Pony is a Hasbro entity. For the most part, I am not upset at them because of that, because if you looked at my first video in the feature animation, where I actually used a feature animation, I essentially agreed with several people, including Grade A Under A. If you want to look at him up, I would strongly recommend looking him up. But quite frankly, I view reaction videos as something that is not their actual content. So essentially, the reactors have no say in claiming their videos or monetizing the videos. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's just how I feel, and for the most part, all of my reactions I have done on this channel so far, none of them has been monetized by me, and I have strictly stated that. However, if you didn't notice, this channel is a partner channel, and I do have capabilities of monetizing, and that's why I actually feel like I need to talk, because sooner or later I am going to be doing content that essentially does fall into fair use. Oh, sorry, let me rephrase that. I do want to have the opportunity to make content that either falls under fair use or is my original content, and I do want to monetize it. When will that be? To be honest, I don't know, but I really want to have that possibility, and quite frankly, that's why I am talking about it, because this is going to affect me later down the road. However, you know, like I said, this is my third channel. My second channel, Eddie21486, it's not a partnered channel as of this moment, and essentially majority of it is AMVs, and you better believe there is a ton of copyright claims on that channel. Essentially, the reason behind that is that a lot of the AMV creators out there use copyright content to or in their artwork, if you want to say it like that. yeah, and there's nothing much I can do about it. Yes, it is a reaction channel, but it is a different type of reaction channel. This reaction channel, Anon21486, is a reaction of me and my personal reaction. Eddie21486 is basically has a majority of the videos concentrating on the reaction of Anime Boston. And quite frankly, you know, it's two different types of reactions, but at the same time, you know, it falls under the same principle as I said, you know, not content or not monetizing and for personal gain, because technically it's not your content. Now, I'm gonna be honest, AMVs, I think it's a little more tricky because, yes, I do agree. The music or the audio from the AMVs, they completely go to the content creator. However, the anime and the imagery themselves, I think that actually falls on the fair use. And yeah, it's a give or take. I can't really go into it too much just because I can't word it properly, but I will. Continuing on with my statement, let's look at my first channel, Eli21486. And Eli21486 has a lot of content that I recorded personally. Yeah, have I gotten copyright claimed on that channel? Yes, I have. In fact, my first two videos on it was essentially a slideshow using other people's music as the background and matching the slideshow or the presentation with the music. Now, did I get copyright claimed on that? Yes, I did. Did I try to figure out how? Yeah, to be honest, early on, I actually went to the company, or not the company, but I actually sent a message to the artist, and unfortunately the artist said, oh, we do not have rights to that music and you have to go to the company itself, which I believe is EMI. I'm going off the top of my head, but yeah. So when they said that, I essentially gave up just because, you know, I didn't want to deal with huge companies such as EMI or Universal or, you know, things like that. Mind you, this was, I believe, in 2008, so it's been a long time. Now, to be honest, a lot of my videos or a lot of my content there are a lot of covers, and yep, surprising enough, covers are considered not fair use. I didn't learn this for a while, but a couple of the covers that I do, oh, no, sorry, not that I do, but I have recorded, actually did get copyright claimed. And quite frankly, I will agree, it was annoying, and it is still annoying. The good thing is that I wasn't planning on monetizing it, but I do have monetizing capabilities. So, yeah, I did encounter a video which was the 4th day of a church's anniversary, and essentially the preacher, I believe, started singing, and sure enough, I got copyright claimed because the preacher started singing and the church's band started playing, and quite frankly, that annoyed me as well. I'm not gonna lie, that's something I wasn't expecting. When I saw the initial copyright claim, I noticed that you know, it was just a few people. I think it was Warren Chappell, UMPI, and I think it was one more, but I can't remember the name. And essentially I said, you know what, I can understand why they copyrighted or they put a claim on this, so I'll let it slide. However, when this whole WTFU moving came up, essentially I looked up and saw that there were others, and to be honest, I have no idea who they are. I mean, I could try, but I don't know who they are, and I have read multiple places saying that they are just there to essentially monetize videos of content that they may or may not own or have rights to do it. And quite frankly, I think that essentially shows not how broken it is, but how easily abused the system is on YouTube. Just because, look, I don't know who these people are. I don't know who these companies are. I cannot find much or many information regarding these companies, and quite frankly, they look like they are multiple companies. It looks like they are essentially not multiple companies, but essentially different departments or different companies, and I'm putting that in quotes, but they are one entire entity. So they're essentially trying to cash cow. And in fact, one of them is called Cash, which I looked up, and I think it's from Seattle. But yeah. So quite frankly, that's something I can't really say. I mean, do I want to fight those? Yes, I do. However, the way YouTube has set it up is that you can only file a dispute to everybody at once. And to be honest, I personally would like to essentially take a claimant and individually, dispute claimants. There's been times when, say, the original artist will come in, or the original CD distributor will come in, and that's fine and all. It's their material. But then there's another company that comes in and makes a claim, and they are very sketchy. Orchid, I believe, was one of them for a while, where they will claim every single thing or every single video that had music in it, whether they, own the rights to or not. And to be honest, none of us knew what to do. And I even went to the Google forums and said, I have somebody who does not have initial rights to this music. And what did I get on response? If I remember correctly, the response went somewhere along the lines of, "Oh, but is that your material?" And I kept saying, "Look, it's not my music. It's somebody playing, and I have no rights to it." And they just kept pushing, saying, you don't have the rights to the music, so you can't make a claim, even though I knew that the claim was completely false. Essentially, the whole Google forums, that whole community came up and said, I have no right to file a dispute because I don't own the music. And I'm putting in the argument of, look, I want to file a dispute because this person does not own the music. However, I do want to give the owners, actually the rights to monetize the video. In this case, it was monetization. So I wanted to give so and so the right to monetize this video because this is their property, and person B has nothing to do with it. And in fact, if I remember correctly, it was a video that had that was a cover of somebody's song, but the song that was claimed is an entirely different song that has nothing to do with the actual video. Yeah, I guess I am going on a little bit of a rant, but that's just my experience. And quite frankly, everybody has some kind of experience with this. Shoot, I know plenty of YouTubers out there, including reaction videos, that has this problem. And quite frankly, as I said, I feel reaction videos don't have the right to do it. Oh, well, yeah, not the right, but they don't have the right to monetize the video. However, I do feel that if somebody is trying or put a claim on the video and it's not their property to begin with, then that's where I have an issue, because quite frankly, it's not their property. Anyway, going back on the topic, yes, I do support this movement, and I do support it very much, just because it affects every single YouTuber out there. Yeah, and quite frankly, I do like the idea of what one person said. Let me just find the video real quick. A good thing is I actually made a playlist of things that I wanted to discuss, and this is by somebody named Meinos Kaen. Now, excuse me if I, butchered your name, because it's kind of a spelling that I'm not used to. But he actually made 4 different possible solutions for this whole issue that we have. One of them is due process. Right now, we basically have no way of properly filing a dispute, just because essentially what we have to do is we have to wait after filing a dispute on YouTube's forum. Oh, sorry, YouTube's formal, their whole procedure. We have to wait 30 days, and then the claimant can either reject or continue it, which, if it's fair use to begin with, then they shouldn't be claiming it, just because it is fair use. The second thing is features. Essentially, one of the things that I believe Doug Walker suggested, and I think everybody agrees that that's a great, that's a great process, or a great thing, is that essentially the money that after the claimant puts in a claim, the money goes into a third party and gets held there until the claim is either processed or disputed, just so that the claimant doesn't get the money sorry, I'm having a little trouble speaking. Essentially the whole process is the money goes to a third party. It could be another account, it could be a pseudo account, but it goes to a third party. It waits there while this whole thing is being processed. If the claimant, is proven to own the video or the rights to the video, then they get the money. But if they is proven that they do not own the right and that it is fair use, all that money that's been collected during that time goes back to the creator. Right now, essentially, once this claim has been made, the claimant gets all the profit and the creator gets nothing. And so that's a way to fix that. The third way, which I think everybody agrees, even though it may not be it may not be implemented, but the third way is, in his words, equal power. Now, to be honest, this one can be either way. It could be time to level the playing field, or In his case, it is to limit the strikes and claims. Now, I did not know this, but you can only dispute 3 videos. Yeah, that is actually heavily weighed towards the claimants, just because if you get, say, 8 videos that are claimed on one single day, you can only dispute 3 of them. And essentially, because you have done those 3 of the 3, the other ones you can't do until 30 days after you make it. Until then, you have to wait. Now, a lot of people don't even do that. I have seen multiple people talking about it, that this whole 3 system, when 3 strikes or 3 disputes and 3 strikes, actually affects them, because essentially they have gotten into the habit of only disputing 2 at a time, just so that they don't get the 3 strikes takedown, which every YouTuber out there fears. So yeah, the last one, he says persona non grata, which, to be honest, I have no idea what it is, but it says under his fix, penalties for false claims. And yes, I think penalties for false claims is actually very reasonable. It doesn't even have to be that big. People have been stating this recent court trial. I can't remember the name, so I'm just gonna put it down there, which is that people have to essentially think of fair use before they can file a claim on YouTube. Now, I have been following this lawyer, and he is very interesting. You know what? Before I go any further than that, I'm gonna go back on track, but because I kind of just wandered off there just a little, just because this, I believe, is my longest talk on my channel. So yeah, that's actually new to me. But yeah, what do we got? Shoot, I kind of forgot. So essentially it says penalties for false claimants, and honestly, I do like that. I do like the fact that oh, sorry, I'm not gonna say I do like the fact. I do not like the fact that claimants can go out there, make claims whether it's theirs or not, and essentially get no repercussions for false claims. And what kind of situation or environment does that cause on YouTube? Well, to be honest, that causes an environment where people can just claim. They don't have repercussions to it, so they can just claim and claim and claim. And quite frankly, I believe that's why a lot of us YouTubers out there are actually speaking up, because it's gotten to the point where a lot of people have making claims on videos that they have no right to make claims. Yeah, so yeah, I have nothing else to say. For the most part, I will be providing a link to Doug Walker's video down in my comments, as well as some other YouTubers out there, specifically Anime America, which actually posted his thing. Yeah, I have nothing else to say right now, so yeah, I guess I can just end it right now. So this has been Anon21486, Eddie21486, as well as Eli21486 of Tavico Productions. You know, see you next time.